What's up, my name is Jason with Vanna Adventure Vans. I'm very excited today to be showing you our very first MK1 build. I just want to go over some main features of our MK1 series. So to start with the exterior, what you're going to get the Falcon Wild Peak AT3 tires as an upgrade, and you're also going to get the Van Compass suspension upgrade. So that's going to give you a nice smooth ride, and the tires are going to last a long time. Other than that, with these builds, it's a drive to, sleep to build. So you're going to get your 2 front swivels, your lagoon and a bench, as well as your kitchenette up top. With this one, it didn't come with a cooktop, but it does have the ability to have quick connect propane accessories. So if you're out at a campsite, you can put your portable Coleman stove outside, quick connect up to your main tank. This van does have an 8-gallon tank on board, so at any RVs or gas station that has fill ports, you can go there and fill it. Should last you for 2 to 3 weeks, which is pretty great. Other than that, it has our Tier 1 basic Victron power system, which will be able to give you all the power that you need for your basic accessories. Kind of the main list of things in our MK1 series is 2 max fans for even airflow and distribution. You're going to have all of your main 12-volt puck lights. You're going to have 110 outlets as well. You have 330 amp hours of 12-volt battery with Victron power. The package also comes with 300 watts of solar on top, so while you're out and about, you'll have solar recharging your batteries so that your fridge and anything else that's kind of running and idling while you're out on your hike or anywhere else, it'll be able to keep your batteries maintained, which is a very big pro. The other benefit of our Tier 1 with not having a big huge load on your power system is the 3030 DC-DC charger from Victron Energy, and that will allow you to recharge your batteries while you're driving. So another cool thing about the MK1 series is that it does come with the Fiamma F80S awning. It's a manual awning, so you can bring it out, and you can also interlock it into these side positions here, so you don't need to worry about staking it into the ground or anything. It is a leg awning, but when the awning comes out, it's not so much in the way where you're going to run into the poles or anything, so it's a very nice awning to have. So on your way into the van, you're going to notice right away this Isotherm 130SS fridge. What's great about this is it is a drawer fridge, so whether you're inside or outside, you can always come and grab a drink or some food, or if you're outside grilling, all your ingredients. In the top, it's got a little chiller that slides out, which is pretty handy. And then it just slides back in, so while you're driving, it locks, won't slide out on you, and it's just a great position for this fridge. So up next in our main living area, at the front of the vehicle, we have the lagoon table here. You can move it in almost any position. It can be in a desk mode up front here. And you can also swivel it around to make it a 2-person seating area, as well as bringing it over as a little seating area at the bench. Cool thing about this is it's made out of a 3/4 inch bamboo. It's water resistant, it doesn't warp, and it's also very lightweight. So another cool thing about the MK1 build is that it has both a seating area for 2 people, as well as this slide out Laveo toilet. Now the cool thing about these Laveo toilets is that it does come with cartridges, so it doesn't require any black tanks, so it's another aspect of our 4-season ability. The other cool thing is if you're at the Grand Canyon, the largest bowl, you can take it out and bring a little bowl right next to it. So another cool thing about what makes Vanna Van a Vanna Van is the bamboo kitchenettes that we do in all of our cabinetry as well. Sometimes we'll cover them with HPL or a laminate, or we'll stain them, but this client in particular wanted just a natural finish to it, so we use polyacrylic on it, which gives it a really nice sheen and brings out the natural color of the bamboo. Next we have the Ruvati 15x15 drop-in sink, as well as the Moen spring faucet, which is really handy. You can use it inside, and then you can also put it outside if you want to spray down some kids. The other cool thing about this kitchenette is it comes with tons of storage. We use the full depth of these vans. We don't cheat by any means. We go all the way back to the wall to give you as much storage as possible. Every cabinet has a nice latch on it. The polished chrome really is a nice touch, and it also makes sure that these are not going to come out while you're driving. So as a standard on all Vanna Vans, we do have a control panel pretty much with all of these features. Some will have AC controls, but this one doesn't because it doesn't have the larger power system. But starting out at the bottom here, you have your main power switch. So whenever you're going into storage, you can flip this up, turn your main power off, so you don't have to worry about any drain on your batteries. This one has a King KX2000 LTE extender, so if you're in an area with low cell coverage, you can turn that on and have better coverage. Next up is the water pump. So anytime you want to use water on board, you'll turn that water pump on, so you can use the sink or the rear shower. We also have 3 different switches for our overhead house lights, our under cabinet lights, as well as the accent rope lights. Moving up there, this is the Eberspacher Easy Start Pro controller. This will control the Airtronic heaters, so when you're in those -20 temps in the winter, which our vans are rated for, you can turn that on and keep it nice and cozy at 72 in here. Moving up next, this is the Serbo GX Touch 50 display. This is a very nice display to have on board. You can view how much you're using in 120, how much you're using in 12 volt, as well as how much solar you're getting. And then what's also very critical, your state of charge, which is 80% currently. On the side, you can also see your water level. So in our fresh water tank, which is inside the vehicle, you can see we're at 97% of water right now. This one does come with a 20-gallon fresh water tank. And then underneath the van is a 9-gallon wastewater tank. The cool thing about our vans is that in the winter time you can turn a valve underneath the van which will direct the water directly out, so you want to make sure you're not using any hazardous chemicals or anything that could harm the environment. But in the winter you can use all of your water and everything, since this is fully insulated for -20, and all that water will just drain directly out and freeze. You won't have to worry about any pipes bursting either. But in the summertime, you can flip that valve back and then utilize that 9-gallon gray tank and then move anywhere and kind of dump it wherever it's appropriate. Up top here is the Victron multi-control. So this is what controls the inverter of your power system. So it's both an inverter and a charger. In the MK1, it comes with a 3,000 watt inverter charger. On here you can set your current limit, so depending on if you're at your house or at an RV park, you could be on a 30 amp receptacle or a 20 or a 15. You can adjust that current limit so that you're not tripping your breakers or anything like that. And then if you're not wanting to use any 110 power and you want to save some power, you can easily just turn it off. And that will allow you to save your battery life if you're not using any of your outlets. So another great thing about the MK1 is tons of storage. So overhead storage is a big thing. We've got both of these areas for you to store some plates, cups, utensils, anything, as well as more countertop space for food prep or anything else you'd use it for. And then all of this under storage cabinet space as well. Alright, so another great thing about the MK1 is it does come with a full-size queen bed. So instead of a short queen, we actually bring it out a little bit further, that extra 4 inches, so you get a full-size queen just like you'd have at home. We also utilize a little notch feature right here, so when you're getting up into bed, it doesn't hurt your knee, and it makes it really easy to hop up and lay down. It's one of the first things you're going to notice on the back of an MK1 are these nice handy storage pouches. So more storage, always good. And then moving inside the gear garage area, on this driver's side is what we call our power box. So this is where all of the Victron components are. You can actually open it up for servicing. It has a motion detected light in there so that anytime you open the door and you need to check out anything, for if any reason a breaker has gone off or you need to turn on the battery heating pads in the winter, or if you just want to show it off to other people, you can easily pull that door off and view your Victron power system. So a standard Vanna MK1 van comes with 330 amp hours of battery, as I mentioned earlier, but this client requested a little bit more battery, so we were able to fit in another 330 amp hours, so they'd have a total of 660 amp hours of battery for them to use on the road. Alright, so on the passenger side of the van, on an MK1, it will come with 20 gallons of fresh water, as well as your water pump, and then a Guzzle H2O Stealth water filter. So you can take a look inside here. So in this specific MK1, this client wanted an extra space for a potential upgrade to hot water down the road. So we wanted to make sure that all of the plumbing was as pushed back as far as possible to leave as much room possible for a potential propane hot water heater, or maybe even one of our hydronic on-demand hot water systems in the future. Another thing that you're going to see on an MK1 build with Vanna is the exterior rear shower by Scambic. So a nice feature, instead of taking up room on the inside of the van and having a large interior shower, is you can actually pull out a 6-foot hose and have a rear shower right out the back. So next to your rear shower is going to be your water fill inlet. So a cool thing about these is that it doubles as both your winterization and your fill port. So right now it is currently set in the up position for it to be filled, so you can fill your fresh water tank. In the winter time, when you want to winterize your van, you can flip the valve to winterization mode, and then you can actually put an air line adapter on there and blow out all of the water lines. So another really cool feature about the MK1 is that it does come with a pull-out gear garage drawer. So this one in particular is the Flatline Van Coat garage drawer. We typically make our own drawers, so you get a little bit more width out of them. And some other upgrades that you can do as well is adding an L-track with some bike mounts. So you can take the front tire off your bike, put the spoke mounts in, and then you can slide your entire bike in rather than having to shove it in and worry about your pedals and everything kind of getting messed up and tangled up with everything else. But this makes for a really nice alternative for, I guess, putting all of your gear and everything you need inside your gear garage. So as I mentioned earlier, every MK1 does come with the max fans. There are 2 max fans that you can utilize for cross airflow and air distribution. It does have 10 modes of settings for air in or air out. And we also utilize the van-made gear window covers for insulating in the wintertime, as well as blacking out in the summertime for wanting to sleeping in early in the morning.